What's up, everyone? Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm right in the middle of filming the next 240SX episode. We dropped the front subframe, rebuild the steering rack, and upgrade some other stuff while we're in there. But as you can hear, we have another rainstorm going on, so taking a little bit of a break from filming. I actually have my friend Chris here helping me do a spur-of-the-moment reorganization of the shop because we are having something super special being delivered out here today. We have to make a bunch of room for it. It's gonna be awesome. I've been waiting for this thing for a long time. Of course, we'll do a big unboxing, setting up everything, all of that good stuff. So now it's just a matter of waiting for the truck to arrive and we'll get started. So let's see what Chris is up to. What you doing to the banner?
So I have OCD and that little droop that it had was bugging me. So like this banner we just hung over there, it's all nice and straight and taut. Do the same thing to this one because I have OCD.
A man of many talents, everybody.
Very OCD.
Y'all, I'm sorry about this rain. This is crazy. It's one of the downsides of having a metal roof, I guess. On a brighter note, though, we finally got the RB25 off the ground, so it won't be too much longer before we can finally test fit it in this thing. I just got to put, the steering stuff back together and swap in the R33 subframe, and we can do a whole video on that. It's going to be pretty cool. It was actually pretty hard to find information on how to pick this thing up because obviously there's no manifolds or anything like that, and I wanted to do it right. So I ended up finding these engine slings from Nissan. They said they were for an RB26. This one bolted up just fine. This one over here, I had to drill an extra little hole to be able to make it work, but thing's solid as a rock. Super happy. So if you guys remember, we used to have the refrigerator on that side, and there was a tall cabinet next to it. We moved the cabinet right here. It's the same depth as this big one, so we just slid the shelves over. We still have a tremendous amount of organization to do, but at least we have a bit of a path here so we can get all of our stuff back and set up. As part of the video of rebuilding the steering rack, I also repainted the casing right here. It turned out really, really nice. I sanded it down to bare metal. This is actually aluminum, and used engine enamel with ceramics. Led to a really, really nice finish. Chris and I have been out here since fairly early this morning working on the shop. We honestly didn't know when the truck would arrive. We ended up getting an estimated time window between 2 and 4. So it's 3:39 now. It can't be too much longer. Oh my gosh, what are you doing?
Can you hand me the other side of the banner, please?
What?
Can you hand me the other side of the banner? I'll show you what I'm doing.
Show me what you're doing.
Now, I feed it through the grommet.
I can't hear you over the rain.
But now when I feed it through the grommet and pull it tight, it'll be taut. Like that.
Good job, bro.
Sweet.
All right, it's finally here. Well, that didn't go necessarily as planned, did it?
No. It's fun though.
We were like, oh, this is gonna be fun, happy, ooh, here comes the truck, yay.
Yeah.
And then everything fell apart from there.
Here it goes.
I'm done.
Dude.
It was just supposed to be a simple delivery.
Simple tool delivery, and here we are. What time is it? It's like past 10 o'clock.
Oh, it's 10:37?
Oh my gosh, dude.
It's gonna be a simple delivery, they said.
Yeah.
Just do a little unboxing video.
It'll be fun and
It'll be
easy.
fun, they said.
Here we are.
So now the tow truck has to move to a different position. I think they're gonna try to hook up the actual tractor so it can get past the lip of gravel right here. I'm so tired right now. It's been a long day. Just want to unbox some tools. Got about 5 feet.
How many?
5.
5 feet.
Yes! Woo! You're all right.
Cross your fingers.
You still gotta make it out that
That's
way.
exactly right. Been sitting here for 4 hours with the coolest guys that I've ever met.
Thanks, man.
Good luck on y'all's business venture, and I hope everything works out.
I appreciate that.
Peace.
Woo!
I'm still on pins and needles.
He's still got to make it all the way out that driveway.
He's trucking, he's good. That was crazy.
Dude, what did we just live through, man?
I don't know. He was the coolest delivery guy I have ever met.
We just hung out with him for like 7 hours.
I know. We were just jamming with the iPod and just hanging out. It was great. I was editing a
Man.
240 video.
That was sweet. There they go.
Man.
What a day.
So that was interesting to say the least. Anyway, as you can see, we did end up getting the shipment off the truck. It's an 1100 piece Ting Tools Monster Mega Master tool set. This thing is super, super cool. I've actually had one of their smaller setups for a couple years or so now, and it's been quite awesome. And I figured with this new direction, it was time to upgrade to a set that pretty much encompasses everything for the most part. That pretty much summarizes it. We'll get to tearing into these boxes in just a second, but I'm sure you're wondering, how in the world did we get all of this stuff off the truck?
How did we do it?
Well, there's no way the truck was going to be able to back up to the driveway pad to use the lift or whatever. And they were actually saying, since the driver had been out here for so long, to just take the shipment back to the depot, which is about an hour and a quarter away from me. So somebody else would have ended up having to come here today with a different truck that might be more maneuverable, or I was going to have to go get it, and I ain't got time for that. So this guy had the brilliant idea, why don't we just, it's
like,
right
dude,
there, it's right
there.
It's right there. Let's just get it
muscle
off.
in here. And the one I'm sitting on weighs about 30,000 pounds. So.
Oh, that sucked. This one right here had handles. It was super easy. Well, it was all right with 2 people. Still really heavy. Everything else was really easy. This thing, we had to like tip it on its end and like flip it all the way to the driveway pad, and then I put some wheel dollies underneath to get it into the garage. Man, it was crazy.
It's in here though. It's in here.
Well, all right, so I guess without further ado, let's go ahead and start shuffling some of this stuff back there, unboxing everything, see what we got, and put this toolkit together. So this whole set is 53 inches wide, and it's supposed to be a little over 6 feet tall. It's going to be massive over in this corner. This off. Oh. Sweet. wheels that you put on. Just gotta finish tearing into this and figure out where they are. Ooh, that's pretty. Ooh, I like that red. That's sharp. So the monster kit is actually composed of 2 boxes that you stack on top of each other, and both boxes have a combination lock, which is nice. So when you're doing it for the first time, it says put it on 010. That unlocks it, and there's a little switch back here that you push up, and you can set whatever code that you want. Release it, close it, lock it, spin the things. There you go. Oh, it's pretty handy. 0, 2, 0. Awesome. Big one-piece drawer here. Some smaller ones. They got padding at the bottom. All feels pretty nice. I think that's for the handle on the side. 2 bottom ones are a little bit bigger. And this must be the handle and the casters. Alright, got some plastic pieces here. I guess these are insulators for the casters. Oh yeah.
Whoa, those are beefy.
Those are beefy. Sweet. They rotate too. Here. How do you get the brake off? Sweet. One, two, three. Back a little bit more. Yeah. Okay. Wow, that's awesome. I think it's huge. Check this out. Soft close. Woo! That is fancy. Wow! Cool! Let's see, up top here we have another set of combination instructions, an exploded view of what this upper section consists of, and we have some handles to install in the upper portions of the lid. But what's really cool, and you'll see this in just a moment when we start assembling all of the tool sets, what I really like about Ting's setup is that all of their tool sets are designed to go in very specific locations. Now the fun begins. It's gonna be really nice when all this stuff gets cleaned up. That's the last of them. There's 8 boxes of tools that we have to peruse through here. Here's the first set. Let's see, what's in box number 2? Ooh. Boxes within boxes. Let's see here. Unboxing things is just so much fun. Ooh, man. Crimping tool set. Impact driver set, 1/2 inch. Hex key, hand rivet, hose, clamps, crimping tool. Well, different crimping tool. This is nuts. This is gonna take a while to figure out how to organize in there. See some insulated screwdrivers. Let's see. Oops. Oh my gosh.
Whoa.
Jeez. This is the 3/4 inch drive.
Wow.
Wow. These are the sockets. Good day. 50 millimeters. I have never used one of these before. So I'm going to right now. That is wicked. That sucker is glorious. Wow. All right, let's get this out. Woo! Listen to that. Oh my gosh. That's so satisfying.
Thing is massive.
It's like a bat. Oh gosh. There's a stud and nut removal set, needle file set, oil service set. Just pretty much everything. Oh. Listen to that torque wrench. Wrench drive torque wrench. Sockets. This is nuts. We're down to the last box.
Look at all this stuff, dude.
Man, man. I feel like a kid in a candy store right now. That's a lot of tools. Now we gotta try to figure out how to get all this into this. So what's cool about a lot of these sets is that they all come in their own little boxes. So to put them in the tool cabinet, you would just take off the lid, pop off the back side, and then load it up. But, you know, like me, if I want to go to the salvage yard or something and go parts hunting, I can take a bag, a bunch of the tops, clip them on, and I can make them portable again, which is pretty cool. I've done that a bunch of times with my other set. A couple other nice things. One, there's little stickers provided with each set, so if you do decide to take them out and use the lid to take them somewhere, you can just put the sticker on the side and easily identify them. The other thing is that there's actually a interlocking system, so you put two of these together and lock here, basically using you know, the section where the lids would go. You can click them together so they won't move, and it keeps everything nice and tight in here. So here's the first drawer all finished. I have these four all interlocked together, and this long one in the back just tucks in nicely. There is no space between them, so nothing's gonna slide around, shake around. Really nice setup. I'm trying to figure out where all this is gonna go. I'll tell you what, if we ever get any broken studs or nuts or anything, we are covered. So there's a lot of screwdrivers going into this top drawer right here. This whole set are Torx screwdrivers, from tiny ones to you know, pretty good size. And these right here, it's just a big assortment of Phillips and flathead, and even a couple mini ones down in the end. So these two trays are so big, you know, they take up the same amount of space as four individual ones. They click together, and we'll find a long one for the back. So this is the last drawer in the upper section. Still have a lot more tools to pack away, but working through all of the deep well sockets, figure out where to put all the impact sockets, and some of the more specialty stuff is going to go towards the bottom. So what I'm going to attempt to do here is use the middle drawer to house all of the 3/4 inch drive stuff as well as all of the impact sockets. This thing is packed. I thought there was going to be a little bit of extra space for, you know, just some other odds and ends, but this thing is legitimately full of tools. It's crazy. Got to figure out where to put the torque wrenches still. Thinking about up top, but that might be a good spot too. Huh. Just about finished with this thing. Got to put the handles on. And for the finishing touch. So if you guys remember from prior videos in the shop, the refrigerator used to be over here and we had a tall cabinet right there. We moved the tall cabinet over there, put the refrigerator over there because it worked better with the power outlets. Since there's no power outlets in this span, it's the perfect place to put this toolbox. It should fit in just about perfect. It's kind of funny, I just wiped this all down. I'm gonna have to do it again with fingerprints. Like a glove. This turned out great. Honestly, I couldn't have asked for better fitment. There's just enough space to the right and left that if I ever have to pull it away from the wall, you got just enough space to be able to grab this and work it around and pull it out. So I'm pretty stoked. All right, let's do a quick rundown of where everything's at. We'll start off with the top. Not much going on up here quite yet, except for a collection of torque wrenches that I already had. 2 1/2-inch drives, a 3/8 and a 1/4 inch. Still got plenty of extra space for some other stuff and a couple extra storage trays that I didn't use in the drawers. But yeah, tried to organize everything as best I could, keeping all the screwdrivers together and other similar items. I just love how everything fits together. It's just phenomenal. I think my favorite drawer out of all of them is this big center section. All of the impact stuff. We got the 3/4 inch drive stuff lining up towards the back. It's just so cool. Continuing up top, I have different scraper tools, punch set, inspection tools, pry bars, measuring set. A whole assortment of pliers, some extra wrenches, even more pliers, C-clip pliers, just, we got a little bit of something for, for everything it seems. Ratcheting wrenches, these angled wrenches, just dang, metric and standard. And towards the bottom we have the tap and die set, various extraction tools, big pry bars, a general assortment of stuff like a hacksaw, adjustable wrenches, rubber hammer, ball peen hammer, measuring tape, and this, which this didn't come in the kit, but I already had it. It's a lug nut kit with these anti-marring sockets, so you don't have to worry about tearing up your wheels. Pretty handy feature, and of course, even though it didn't come in this, it fit right in the slot. Down below here, various clamps, other stuff, lots of storage. On this side, we have an assortment of files and cutting utensils, knives, pipe cutters, scissors. Here's some of the bigger filing tools in the back. This stuff is awesome. Got some mini filing tools right there, a nut rivet gun, a regular rivet gun, different wire crimpers, and an assortment of stuff if you're gonna do a little bit of wiring. Last but not least, the bottom two drawers. I intentionally left the one on the right empty. I have a bunch of other knickknacks that I need to try to find a home for, and I think that will do just fine. Over here is an oil service kit, so everything that you need to do like differentials, oil filters, just, you know, all that kind of stuff. Here's a couple pullers, hose clamps, as well as a drill bit set. Now the drill bit set didn't come in this kit. I already had it, but fit perfect. This kit also came with an additional torque wrench. This is a 3/8, but it's got some stuff that I've never seen before. So there have been instances where I needed to torque stuff and there just wasn't a lot of clearance to be able to put a traditional socket on there. So you have these. Here, let me get it out and show it to you. So let's say you were pressed for space and you didn't have enough room to put a traditional socket on there. Well, you can use this little doodah. It only takes up that much space and it allows you to do what you gotta do and still get an accurate torque spec. Well everyone, this pretty much concludes the video. I hope y'all enjoyed. This set is going to be absolutely unbelievable. I can't wait to start tearing into it with the 240SX, the Jimmy, the S10 crew cab that we just started tearing into, and hopefully soon the Chevelle, but I'll keep you guys posted on that. If you haven't subscribed already, consider doing so because there's always a lot more where that came from. Don't forget to hit that little notification bell. And again, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like below. I will see you guys on the next one. Take care.